So in this video, I'm with Bryan Elliott, and we talk about how to reach out to influencers, the kind of gear he's using, and how to persevere when building your YouTube channel. Coming up. Hey, what's up guys? Sean here with Video Influencers, helping you build your income, impact, and influence with online video. And today, I'm here with Bryan Elliott, who has got a production company. He's been in the industry for a lot of years, and he also has a solid YouTube channel called Behind the Brand, one of my favorite YouTube channels to learn business info and hear from some of the great entrepreneurs and startups and things like that. How's it going, Bryan?
Thanks for having me, Sean.
Welcome
to my garage.
I love being here. We're at CES. It's awesome to have you on the show, and want to talk about a little bit about the story first. And so Behind the Brand is a super solid YouTube channel. It's got incredible people on there, from the Gary V's to the Ariana Huffingtons to Shark Tank's Damon John and all kinds of other really entrepreneurs like that. To talk about the story behind starting that YouTube channel and how it's grown.
Yeah, so I was at Universal Pictures for a while, and I always dreamed about starting a production company. I was on the brand and strategy side in home entertainment, and I got a chance to create production stuff with a lot of the great people when DVD really took off. You know, as an industry, we had to recreate deleted scenes, bloopers, alternative endings, director's cuts, and all that kind of commentary stuff, and I literally stood behind the best of the best production people and just learned, soaked it all in, you know, how to light, how to shoot, all about sound, all that kind of stuff, and dreamed and kind of toiled in my own little garage, someday I'm going to have my production company. In 2005, when YouTube launched, I thought, this is the sign. Playing field's been leveled. I don't have to be J.J. Abrams. I can be me. I can do my own thing. Took me 2 more years to get enough courage to cut the cord at the studio and jump ship. But in 2007, I started this production company. And when I did that, I was super excited, but then I realized I was like a brand new startup. I didn't have the direction I wanted from a business standpoint. I mean, I had a little bit of an idea where I wanted to go. And so I panicked a little bit. And then the economy, if you remember 2008-ish, went kind of sour. And I just thought I'd made the biggest mistake ever. And so really, Behind the Brand was the beginning to take away my pain, to solve my own problem, which was I had no clue what to do. And so I really sought out true experts who had been there and done that, people with dirt under their fingernails, who had made mistakes but had succeeded. And I found people like Gary V and Seth Godin and Brian Solis and Damon John, and it really evolved into this, me on this quest to figure it out, put the pieces together, and so that's how it started.
That's awesome. And I think one of the big questions that I have, and that would really help the audience, is I think a lot of people would love to have influencers on their show, kind of like you've had, and that's sometimes a challenge, like how to start from scratch when it comes to making those connections, reaching out, things like that.
Yeah, well, Gary V has taught me this. He taught me that, it reminded all of us that this is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And I like to think of it as the tortoise's race. It's sometimes frustrating running that slow and steady race, but the tortoise wins, right? So it's a lot about patience, a lot of persistence. A lot of people I talk to, they want results in 20 minutes or a couple of weeks, couple of months. I mean, this is a last man standing contest, so sometimes that overnight success is really like a 5 or 10 year process. And the same thing with reaching out to celebrities and influencers. What I find is that a lot of people just go in for the kill. It's like, the best analogy I can think of is if you're on a first date, right? You go in and you go for the kiss right away on the girl, and she's like, what are you doing? It's like you haven't built up that trust or relationship to earn that kiss yet. You've got to earn it. You've got to take the time. You got to feel the vibe if she's feeling it too. If you go right in for the ask without a relationship, you're likely going to get turned down. So it's about having patience, building a relationship, listening. It's more listening than talking, and figuring out what's important to those influencers, what they're thinking about, what they need, and then having the patience to, as Gary would say again, instead of a jab, it's a right hook at the right time.
Oh, that's really, really good tips. Now, one of the things that's unique to your content is your production equipment and your perspective on that. You even have a little bit of your gear here. Talk a little bit about your gear and your philosophy and thinking there.
Yeah, so we're here at CES in the Panasonic Creator Studio. I've been using Panasonic stuff before Panasonic and I became friends, and the reason they invited me in here to create videos is because I'm talking to other creators and influencers about what they're making and how they're making it, and the impact of 4K. So I have been shooting on the GH4 forever. I love the GH4 for 3 reasons. One, it's super affordable. There's other great cameras out there. I mean, Canon's a great company, Sony's a great company, the A7 II is killing it right now. But overall, I really feel like the GH4 is the best overall camera because it is lightweight. Sometimes we shoot on location. Sometimes we've just got to be out in the field. We don't have time to pull permits. It's super incognito. You don't have to look like you're bringing in 50 people on set. It's like I can shoot like Hollywood style high production stuff on this little tiny camera, and no one knows what's happening inside this tiny machine.
Yeah. And so is all your production 4K right now?
Oh, for sure. I mean, the other big reason to shoot 4K is really this is 2 cameras in one, right? So if I shoot 4K, I can punch in 100%, and it gives me a second shot close up, so that I don't have to change lenses on the fly or change cameras or anything like that. It's super versatile.
Yeah, and in case you didn't know what he meant there, when you shoot 4K and you edit in 1080p, then you kind of have double the resolution. So you could do a wide shot and a tight shot, all with just the one footage.
Well, I can take it from 4K to 2K. If I take it down, 100%, and I'm still better than 1080p, right? Yeah. So I export to ProRes as high resolution. I've got more color options. We edit in Premiere. We do a little bit of Final Cut as well, but Premiere gives us greater latitude for color correction, and then if you're using like After Effects, it's super seamless. So we love Adobe products too.
Awesome. And then finally, what would you say, 2 more questions, what would you say for those building their channels? Now you've had the experience of building a YouTube channel to over 2,000 subscribers and building a real niche and building your influence. What are some mistakes that you see other creators and influencers making on their video content?
Everything I've learned has been through trial and error. Nothing has seemed to come easy for me, at least. It's like I learned by making mistakes. So, and Seth Godin reminded me of this too. He said to me, he gave me some great pieces of advice. He said, one, initiative. The thing about initiative is no one gives it to you. It's something you have to take. And a lot of people get stuck right there. They're waiting for permission. They're waiting to get picked. So, some advice is go out there and just start doing it. You don't have to, a lot of this, and what it is sort of shame tactics from other people, whether it's your parents or friends or your own mind fighting against the whatever it is. But you'll hear things like, what gives you the right to, and then fill in the blank. Well, you don't have to have any right to. If you feel capable of doing it, you should take the initiative and try it. The other thing he said was, a lot of people will say that failure is not an option. Well, failure has to be an option, right? Because you can't have success without failure. And he said, if you're not failing, you're not trying. You're hiding, right? Or you're a liar, right? Like, everyone has gone through that. No one is instantly successful. There's no such thing as an overnight success, right? And so being a creator, doing stuff on YouTube, playing around with your camera, you just have to get out there and do it, right? And you learn by trial and error.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And then to check out your stuff, youtube.com/.
Behind the Brand TV. You can also go check my website and some of the things I'm doing in the production world at thegoodbrain.com.
Awesome. Thanks so much for being on.
Thanks.
3, 2, 1. In this video, I interview Bryan Elliott, and we talk about how to reach out to influencers. I'm trying to think of 3. It's like the Gary Vee intro. All right. And